I guess activism was like my way to connect back to my identity. My name is Nautica Williams. I'm 17 years old. Right now I'm about to graduate from Oakland High. The start of my life I was in Oakland, and then it got too expensive for my mother, and we moved in with my grandmother in Pacifica. It was hard. I was like one of the poor black kids living with a bunch of like wealthy white kids in the community. Not a lot of people understood like the struggles that I was going through. So I moved back to Oakland a little after 7th grade. I had a huge culture shock because I went from Pacifica, it was like really affluent, white, not really diverse, and then I came to Oakland and I saw all these people of color, people speaking different languages, like different foods, right? And I was completely shocked. And I also started to learn that school is not set up for everyone to succeed. In Pacifica, everyone believed in me. Like everyone knew they were gonna go to college, everyone knew they were gonna graduate. It seems like a given. You didn't really have to think about graduation. And I remember coming to Oakland, a lot of students were like, oh, we're gonna drop out anyways. We're not gonna make it. Or teachers telling me that I'm gonna be the one who graduates, right? I'm one of the few who's gonna graduate in this class, right? And then just tosses aside the rest of the other kids as I can't help them anymore. In Oakland, I actually started to talk to other like black folks, which I didn't have a chance to really do when I was growing up. I was trying to like find myself as a mixed black person. So I was looking into Malcolm X, I was looking into Martin Luther King, because that's literally all I knew about black culture. So when I started Oakland High, we had a club fair, and Californians for Justice was handing out popsicles, and I really wanted a popsicle. And so I went, they talked about it, they're like, we do racial and educational justice, we talk about racism and sexism, and I'm like, cool, things that impact me and that I want to learn about. I started to learn about the school to prison pipeline, I learned about colorism, I learned about racism and how it's a system. It was really my start in organizing. And I remember one of the biggest pushes was a student voice campaign. At the State Board of Education, we were like chanting. Students had numbers and they would hold it up to their face to show that students feel like they've been seen as numbers and not actually as, people. I've probably ran into like pushback from all adults, from my mom to teachers to like adults I just talked to randomly. Here I am as a young person and I'm saying a lot of radical things and they're like, oh, you're just brainwashed. That's it. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm a debater, so I kind of like it. It's kind of fun when you get to challenge people, you clash with them on perspectives, and while my views change, I can also change others' views as well.